Chairman Powell, to the best of my knowledge, the last public meeting between you and President Biden occurred on May 31st, 2022. Does that sound accurate?
I'm going to take your word for it.
Okay. Have you had any private meetings with the president since that time?
No.
Any phone calls with the president?
Nope. I don't believe so.
Is there any reason why you've not met with or spoken to the president?
I meet with when any president calls, you come and you meet, but that hasn't happened, so.
So in over 2 years, with inflation still nagging us, with cost out of control, President Biden has not asked to meet with you in over 2 years?
I haven't had a meeting with him. He hasn't sought a meeting, and of course I don't seek meetings, so you have the date.
But to your knowledge, in the last 2 years, you've not spoken with or met with the president at all?
He shook his hand in a line once, but that wasn't a conversation. It was just, Mr. President, and that was it. It was at a state dinner. I attended a state dinner a few months ago, and I shook his hand. Good evening, Mr. President, and that was it.
Does that not strike you as odd that the president has not sought to meet with you?
Not at all. Not at all. We're an independent agency, and
Mr. Chairman, parliamentary inquiry, please, Mr. Chairman.
I'm sorry.
Am I recognized?
I want to answer your.
State your inquiry.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I make a point of order under Clause 4 of Rule 17 that the gentleman's words are disorderly and violate the rules of decorum in debate insofar as they are negatively reflecting upon the personality of a candidate for President of the United States.
The Congressman is not engaged in any personality or in any, has questioned anything about anyone at this point. I'm not sure where you're going, Congressman. Congressman is recognized.
Thank you.
Mr.
Thank
Chairman,
you.
Happy to answer your question.
Mr. Chairman.
Answer your question.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to
Not at all
continue with the
unusual.
point of order, please.
What is your point of order?
Mr. Chairman, we have been admonished in this committee that we should not have words that negatively reflect upon persons who are running for president. This would include Mr. Trump as well as the current president.
Didn't the ranking member do a whole opening monologue
Chairman,
diatribe about some ridiculous
Would you
Project
please rule my
2025?
friend out of order, Mr. Chairman, until you rule?
Mr. Lawler
he's
has
already
not
ruled.
admonished or said anything negative about the president at all. I just listened to his comments. So I'm going to recognize the Congressman again, Mr. Lawler from New York.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Powell, you were trying to answer my question.
So we're an independent agency. The administration has been very respectful of the Fed and not, wanting to try to influence and things like that. And I don't find it at all unusual. I've been at the Fed this is my 13th year, and I think there can go by long periods of time when the Fed chair doesn't meet with the president, and that's totally fine.